Happy Friday, y'all. What's up? Welcome back to the Sorry Shoot podcast. It's your boy ARP. We kind of owed ourselves a longer stream. Get into a couple additional topics and all that. It's been a couple of days, it feels like, right? We've been doing a lot of uploads lately. Oh, by the way, when this live is over, look down in the description box. Anybody that's here for the replay, anybody that wants to jump straight to the title that says, wait, Aye Verb said what? Or any other topics that happens in today's stream or stuff that even comes up organically with the chat. You never know with us. Look in the description below. I'm going to have it all time-stamped and chapter for y'all. As soon as the stream is over, I got y'all. Other than that, how y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all chilling? Everybody all right? Happy Friday. What y'all getting into today? Y'all chilling like me? No plans? Feet up in the crib? When the stream is over, glass of wine, find me a good movie or something to put on. Done with all these series, man. I'm tight. No dairy. It's over. Stranger Things over. No games on tonight. So I don't know what to do with myself. I'm not going out. I'm not doing nothing crazy. By the way, anybody recognize this AMG hat? Anybody recognize this? This is from the first Blue Room event. First Blue Room event was that the Get Back? No, not the Get Back. That was Divide and Conquer Part 1, because we did 2 Divide and Conquers in the Blue Room, right? That was always a funny thing to me when we got to Divide and Conquer Part 2, which was the Mook and the Big K main event. And then at the end of the third round, when Mook does his little mini diss to me and he flips Divide and Conquer as if it's some URL RBE shit. And he goes, even if you upload this battle, that's going to come with a URL. Easy. And I'm just like, you don't know the series that you're performing on, buddy. We did this Divide and Conquer thing even before you got here. But it's all good. I took my little shots that night. It is what it is. But the first Divide and Conquer, that was the one that had Big K versus A Ward booked. A Ward couldn't make it to that battle, but the headline of that one was Ill Will versus 40 Bars. That's where Ill Will had that ridiculous scheme to get in touch with my feminine side shit. And 40 Bars had an incredible. That might be like the last, I shouldn't say the last, the best performance in like the last 3 years from 40 Bars, maybe. And if so, I mean, maybe it's debatable, but if so, either way, shout out to 40 Bars, man. I appreciate you. I know they be on your heels sometimes, but you you owed me that one, because the Quantum battle wasn't that great of a performance at 40. But when she came back to the Blue Room and she battled Ill Will and she respected the platform and she respected the opponent and the business was good, the communication was good, the promo was good, she came over and she did her fucking thing. She did her number. So shout out to 40. But yeah, I remember this hat was the first thing that Avo said to me as I bent the corner and I looked into the room and we had the blue lighting up and everything. He was like, you fuck with it? And he was like, that hat is gonna glow. And I was just like, let me see how the footage looks. We're gonna do it. We're gonna stand on this tonight. Don't make no changes. But the final decision is gonna come down to the footage. So let's see. Send me the footage. And then when I saw that footage, and I was just like, see, there's a difference between lighting in a room where there's a tint. Like I've seen blue lit rooms and battles before. Like I think it kind of looked like that even with Easy and Twerk. The difference of the Blue Room, just from a coloring standpoint, not just the RBE and the matchup and all of that type of energy that we carried, but from a coloring standpoint, is when it's done in a way where it nullifies all other colors. So if you watch like Easy and Twerk, for example, the lighting and the tint in the room is blue. But if you look at like the clothes everybody is wearing, you can still make out the colors that they're wearing. In the RBE Blue Room, if I'm walking in with a red hat in that room, that red hat on footage is blue. Everything is blue. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of sick when you think about it. And I've seen a bunch of Blue Rooms since RBE, man. And I always look at it kind of like from a humble standpoint, like, yo, dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the lighting and all that. Holla had the red room. Before there was a Blue Room, there was a red room. That wasn't me beefing with him and going crip. It wasn't that. It's just like, it's just RBE and ruin your day, man. You know what I mean? Doing what we do. Speaking of ruin your day, we got to do some full circles, Avo, this year. We got to do some full circles. I've been pushing for Calico versus Shaw for like 3 years, and there's some other ones I don't want to talk about that's on the table. You never know. You never know, man. We can have some fun with full circles. Cash, you want to do that? You and Big K, huh? Huh? What's up? Because we know that'll get done. We know won't be no. We don't have to do a promo run. Now we just pop up with a full circle, man. We done spoke about full circle before. K is down. What's up? What we doing? What we doing? We just pop up on them. Full circle battle. Cass, K. What's up? Nitty debut. Geechee, if Geechee isn't on the next full circle, he might really have an issue with me, like real legitimate beef with me and shit. I think he either tweeted me or he texted me some shit like, if y'all come back out here again and I'm not on the call. Like, he texted me some shit like that. And I know we've done the full circles, in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I want to show love to the land out there. You know what I'm saying? I done had natives on out there though. You see Cali Smooth on cars out there. You seen the Saurus on cars out there, Active on cars out there. You know what I'm saying? So Geechee, I don't want you to feel like I'm ducking our long awaited work. But just remember, you had an RBE contract in deposit, buddy. All right. I didn't cancel it. Shout out to both Geechee, man. How about a Jazz debut in 2026? Full circle. How about that? Shout out to Jazz, man. I've always fucked with Jazz. Forever. The whole RBE 10 plus years, I've always fucked with Jazz. Shout out to Jazz. Jazz debut? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? We'll see. We'll see what happens this year. If I can do minimum 2 full circle events. Wait, my bad. Can't call them events. They're not all out events. One off pop up RBE shit. All right. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. We'll see though. We'll see. Because remember, y'all, they straight to YouTube. Nothing crazy. No pay-per-view. No door tickets. We've given out free door tickets just for ambiance in the building, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, man. Holla at me, people. How about DNA? DNA, you want to do your return in a full circle? Would that be fun? I don't know. Shout out to my homie Arsenal. Arsenal be putting in some good rounds every time he's on RBE, and that's my guy. Who should Arsenal battle his next time on RBE? Me talking like this, I'm gonna get a text message from Clips. Clips is gonna say, "Yo, how dare you? Don't disrespect me, man. Call your brother." You know what I'm saying? Holla in a full circle. Holla, we're kind of past the point of your business requirements, friend. Yeah, friend card time. We're kind of past that shit. Technically, if I call you and I say, I need a favor, holla. And I know you can be like, you really don't need a favor. You're good. Like, cut it out. But if I pull the favor card and say, hey, friend, I want you to do a full circle for X amount of dollars, even though that's a fraction of what you make at events and whatnot. It's your boy, man. Let's get some work done. Put these dollars in your pocket and, come pop up on the RBE full circle. Technically, you can't say no. All you could really do is just be like, it's got to be scheduled when I'm free. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my sis QB. How you been, love? QB texted me the other day. She dropped a new battle. I see you. Somebody like Bonnie would threaten me. I seen Bonnie go off recently on Enes. Shout out to Enes, but I seen her going crazy the other day. That clip was at the Cameron shit. I saw that on Twitter. I said, oh, she's going off. Bonnie's another person that threatens me when here's the thing with Bonnie. I'm just going to put this out publicly before she tries to say this shit. Me and Bonnie, if I remember correctly, we had like some talk about like a 2 battle situation. I think when she battled Caution, and I forget if it's on contract or not, but we had some type of conversations around then. And I think I'm in the clear with her, but she be trying to hold my feet to the fire, and I don't owe nobody nothing. Like, all my business is clean and clear. Technically, I owe Mickey Fax a pay-per-view booking. That's in his contract when he battled Verb. Yeah, I'll throw it out there. Why not? We did a nice little negotiation, and I told him if I do another pay-per-view event, you're on there. You know what I'm saying? But he understands the pre-context that RBE may never do another RBE, I mean pay-per-view event. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on. Active, what up, man? Love to have Active back. Jay Murder was on the last joint that I did, the black and white joint. So okay, who else? Who else, man? I don't want to keep going, man, because once I start going blank and Red, one of my favorite battle rappers of all time. Red, man. I love almost any opportunity to watch that fucking guy rap. Maybe it's me, but I be putting Red's pen up against everybody's pen in battle rap. If you throw Lux at me, I'm still gonna throw Red back at you. It's just my personal opinion. Yeah, so a red joint. How about Surf's nah, let me start. Let's move on now. Yo, you know what? Speaking of Surf's return, and then we're gonna start to get into the news and then walk down to the main topic. Me and Jay was talking off stream, and she asked me a question. I said, you know what? Maybe I'll bring that to the next stream. She asked me, based on the topic that we did yesterday, the Surf top 5 battles that he should take on his comeback. And if y'all haven't seen that stream, check it out. YouTube was processing that bitch for like 18 hours. YouTube has reported that across almost all of their content creators. It's not just me. And so they've been killing a bunch of us, but it's finally done processing. So catch up on that stream from last night. But she asked me, what about Surf returning on TBL? And my immediate reflex thought was, no fucking way. Almost like Adi Boom coming home and not having his first battle on RBE. It just doesn't go that way, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, fine, battle ever, but when you come home, it's gonna be with, you guys get it, right? But here was a different thought that I had. This is what I threw back to Jay. And this is what I'll say here for y'all. You never know. I could be right about it. The game around URL has changed in this respect. Because, and this is all my opinion, so I'll just say allegedly, right? Why not? Because URL has historically done a good job. I'm not even being sarcastic. That's serious. It's good. It's common, big or good business. They've done a good job at leveraging other entities' money, whether it be Exclusive Vodka or Al Capone Cigarillos or Harry or the mayor and Frank and so forth and so on, right? To finance their a lot of moves that they've made over the years, right? If you don't have that type of money, like let's say, or even caffeine, that's like one of the biggest ones to throw in there. If you don't have that type of money available to you to dish out to the battle rappers, like let's say the caffeine era, you don't have the ability to tell them to stay put the way that you used to. There's a factor in battle rap of purchasing loyalty. Go argue with your mother if you think it's not true, okay? Respectfully. If URL hasn't for recent years had those type of budgets, you even see the battlers move around more. You see, it's like the hold is like relinquished to a degree. I can't even feed you like that. You know, so the loyalty that the battle rappers start to give back to URL is hopefully good deals, or I'm there when you call me. It almost seemed like in a recent interview, that's pretty much like Twerk was talking about. He's like, I don't owe them niggas nothing. They don't owe me nothing, but I owe them loyalty. And pretty much that if you call me, I'm there. I got you always. The same way you held me down, I'm there whenever you need me, right? But niggas got kids. Niggas got bills. Niggas got Christmas gifts to buy. Niggas got all types of shit going on, right? And if you can't pay it out, if you don't got caffeine or all this stuff feeding the artist, imagine now, Surf comes home. The biggest priority is supposed to be him having his life put in order, right? And then also him putting himself into a mechanism of financial stability. That's why I wasn't even being sarcastic yesterday when I mentioned him coming home and joining under a salary, the Joe Budden podcast. And we got a Joe Budden topic in here. Hold on. Him coming home to a salary on the Joe Budden podcast, I promise you, all bullshit aside, that would be the best move for Surf, and then all of his battles be secondary. Even if he got $100,000 battle, let that be his hits. But his main consistent salary, Joe Budden podcast. Meaning every week or bi-week or whatever they do, like he got, those are real legitimate, I believe, employees that they have over there in contracts, like Flip and Ish and Ice and Melissa Ford. These are employees. Wait until we get to this Joe Budden topic, people, today. Give me a second. That's the best shit for Surf. And then back to now, this whole thing what I was having with Jay. If URL doesn't have that bag, and if his financial stability and him putting all his stuff in order is priority, then you know what URL does? It's the real nigga moment of, as much as we want your return, TBL is offering you $200,000 for it. Go do it. And then TBL finances and books and promotes and puts on Surf's return. What if that's the biggest payday for Surf? Now, there's no doubt in my mind that URL would still have their hands in the mix somehow. URL can't force TBL to do some type of business with them. You can't, because Surf isn't under a contract right now, is he? But Surf probably carries that utmost loyalty to URL like a Tay-Rock, where a contract isn't required. So sometimes the battle rappers carry obligations allegedly for URL. So what would mean in that instance is URL and Surf, hey man, 200, 150, or 100. Y'all don't got 100 for me. I got you. I'm coming, Chris Petty. Shout out to Chris Petty with a super. Give me 1 second, G. And then, you know, it's just like, that's the best. That makes the most sense. I'm just coming home. But Surf then goes to TBL and says, look, man, I'm going to do this, but in the contract, you know what I need? I need the footage to go to the app for the first month or shit like that. And allegedly that's already happened 50 fucking times. You know what I'm saying? So I got to really thinking about it. Like, a Surf return can make sense on TBL. Think about it. Mr. Chris Petty, what you talking about, G? Says, the hat is the bar. AMG mode. You think you slick? LOL. It would have been if Surf was the main topic. And so you actually, if I would have played on your super chat right now, I would just be fronting like, yeah, you know, I thought about that. Nah, I didn't. What came to mind is what I said at the beginning of the stream. Like, y'all remember this was the Divide and Conquer Part 1, the first Blue Room event hat. This is when Avo told me, like, yo, that hat is gonna glow. And I was like, word, all right, let's see how the footage turns out. That's what this is. But shout out to Chris Petty in the building, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. And there was another one that came in earlier too, real quick. Shout out to Kevin with the super says, Verb gossips like he's on Housewives of Atlanta. He is exhausting outside of his battles. We'll get there. We'll get there. Was that a fun enough intro for y'all? Everything I just talked about is just intro. We got to get into some news. I promise you they won't be as long before we get to the main topic. But we owed our podcast a live stream, you know, with multiple topics. We haven't done that. It feels like too long. So let's knock it out. First up, I'm going to Sir Papoose. Sir Papoose down here. All right, so I'm on his Instagram here. Pap got 2.8 million followers. Okay. This is funny to me, y'all, because with all of this beef and everything that's going on between 50 Cent and Jim, and Fab dropped that bomb on him, and Pap and Clarissa Shields and all that. So Pap uploads this recently, right? Again, might I add. Freestyle or a track that he was doing in the studio. It sounded kind of tough too. I'd like to hear the full edited and mastered version of this.
Doggone. Dogger. People who don't know hip hop, they gon' say this beat sound dated, but they don't know this shit that we had to go through to make it. They don't know timeless music.
That shit sound tough. That shit sound tough.
What's up? Dogger. Dogger. People who don't know hip hop, they gon' say this beat sound dated, but they don't know this shit that we had to go through to make it. They don't know timeless music is forever gonna be dangerous. While all them one hit wonders come and go cause they wankers. Studio therapy wasn't nothing to play with. They don't know how many hours we spent down in that basement. Seen others make it out, but then we celebrated. Knew they wasn't coming back, but us still had to be patient. Trying to roll head cracks. Kept rolling aces.
That shit sound tough. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You heard him saying thugger. So Pap is still promoting that shit, huh? Y'all know if y'all go all the way back then, right? Where thugger comes from, thuggication. Y'all remember that, right? Thuggication. So he puts that up on his gram when 3 days ago. All right, let's go over to actually, I don't even need to go over the 50 cents page for it. We can go to the very next post that Pap has up right here. So this is when he originally uploaded this song, December 5th. That's over a month ago, people. That was the exact same video. And then in the next slide, this is when 50 Cent posted it on his gram. 50 Cent puts, what the fuck? I can't get jiggy with this shit. LOL, y'all trash. Make one song that can sell and I'll come to play. Y'all still trying to sell music, right? But 50 Cent, he fucked up. He fucked up. And look at the caption. Pat puts, he paranoid. Look at him responding to a video I originally posted on December 5th. He started this fake beef January 1st. Got him. A song I could sell, the real hip hop, something you know nothing about. When the last time you made a hit, though, Curtis? Hashtag Ben fell off. Hashtag the most feared MC. Hashtag Papoose. Hashtag bars on wheels. I mean, people, we're still here on Pap's page, right? If we scroll down, yeah, the funny shit with 50 here, the AI with him dancing and shit. He posts up a video of 50's BM here talking shit. Oh, post up the picture of 50's what was her name again? We can call her Jane Doe, allegedly, right? From the actual trial. Diddy's freak off. Allegedly. But anyway, let's scroll past that. Scroll all the way down. Keep going. Where do we get around December 5th? Right here. This is it. This is the same video, right?
Dogger.
Same one.
Dogger.
December 5th.
People who don't know hip hop, they gonna say this beat sound dated, but they don't know this.
Same shit. So 50, you fucked up. And the funny thing too is if you go to 50 page, you know, you're not one to back out of something that fast, right? He took it off of his page. He had to clean that one up. So Pap do got you looking paranoid. And 50 jumped on it real quick to steer. I can't get jiggy with it. It wasn't even, it was a month ago. We talk about before all of this shit. And you see Maino pressing them too. 50. Here's the box that they're creating. Once we look at Maino's joint, his caption, damn, I was hoping we was going to get a verse. Hashtag guess not. That's the box that they're putting 50 in. 50 wins the trolling and the narratives. And even when he needs to play with people from a money standpoint, he wins those battles easily. He did it with Tracks NYC, had Tracks NYC pulling up the Queens, giving out free silver and whatnot. Like, hey, please don't sue me, 50. Who else has he had recent wins over? 50. Shit, Big Meech allegedly had his coming home show shut down, and he fucks people over. We ain't gonna act like 50 don't, man. If he targets you, it could be hellacious. Clarissa Shields is recently trying to fend off a lot of narratives he just recently put on her. I'm glad he left her alone. Like, leave a woman alone. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I'm gonna let her focus on her upcoming fight. But the box that they got him in is a musical one. Music. As much as you can kill us with your trolling, or if we don't allegedly send this 200 grand over to the fucking to the owner of the building where we're doing our podcasting and all this build out of the facility, yeah, you could probably pull the rug from underneath us where we getting our money and all that type of shit. But once that's off the table and we talk about music, dude, Fab's track is still right there, or his verse is still right there. Maino pressing it. Where's the verse? Pap got you looking like you paranoid from a music standpoint. And you got to do it by yourself too. No banks. Yayo and Murder could jump in, cool, but it's got to be a tough 50 verse, man. And I don't know. Fab is on his A game right now. I got 50 pushing Maino around. I'll fuck with Maino on beat. I'm not hating on Maino at all. But I got 50 doing what he needs to do if it's about him and Maino. But Fab right now, even Pap, that Balls on Wheels is crazy. Fab and Pap right now is showing what they do today. They get busy today. All right. So is there anything else in here before we close this one out? Nah, just pictures of Maino in his truck, I guess. Them some shiny boots, sir. What boots is them? All right, we off that. We off the 50 and the Papoose and the Maino update. This one right here, not a good look, AB. Antonio Brown, man, front and center, not a good look at all. So, Antonio, was he extradited from Dubai or wherever he was at, right? When he got arrested. So shit went down at that fight that I think Aiden Ross put together, right? The pay-per-view event, the boxing event. Gunshots went off. The guy that he got into the mix with, right, did that TMZ interview pretty much laying it out like, nah, this nigga tripped out. We've had things in the past, but he tripped on me. But they released AB. They released him. And then when the charges came down, he did the TK. He did the race. All of a sudden, it looked like, all right, really? Like, you just gonna pull a Steven Seagal, allegedly, skip across the water? But they got him now. Did he bail out? I thought I saw AB bail out. Either way, his defense early on was that this was a jewelry robbery attempt. He told that to the world, and Aiden Ross took that and ran with it on his stream and everything. It was a robbery attempt, and he got jumped. And now they got this new angle of this foot. Who put this footage out? The laws? Maybe. Because they would be giving themselves a much easier time in prosecution against the defense if their main defense was it was a jewelry robbery attempt and he got jumped. This is the footage.
After a boxing match.
Actually, let me go on the smaller screen for y'all. Let me give y'all a clearer picture of this one. There we go.
Hosted by influencer Aiden Ross. Brown is head to toe in olive. First, all is calm.
So he's got like the army hat on right here, okay? Right in front of, on the other side of this guy with the red book bag, okay?
Then, moments later,
and this guy right here with the backwards black hat, the strap across his chest, black sweater, that's homie that did the interview that said that, you know, pretty much exposing AB. These two got beef from the past, all right? I don't need to rehash that story. We covered it.
Crowd gathered. Soon, Brown is seen talking to a man, and
that is confrontational space. I ain't gonna lie. In the street, in the world. However that goes from either man at this point is justifiable. But that is not the law. When you talk about the courts, who assaulted who first? Who touched who first? Who threw the first punch, kick, spit, whatever?
Then the blows start flying.
That was Antonio Brown. Those the first punch. Steals off on this guy. That is not allegedly. That is the fact from this video. That's not good for his defense.
And the cell phones are rolling. Brown claimed he...
Okay, so we were told that he got jumped. There's another person with a green helmet here that appears to possibly allegedly be with AB. He jumps on the guy that AB got a problem with too. So now I see two versus one, and AB still right here. Where'd he get jumped? Where was the jewelry robbery, the attempt? Where did somebody hit you?
He was jumped and the victim of an attempted jewelry theft.
All right, this person right here is trying to break it up in the black.
Brown and Zul.
All right, he doesn't hit anybody. He jumps in and starts bear hugging. He's trying to break it up, it appears.
Karnane, Kwame Natembu.
All right, this person right here jumped in and threw a punch, but I can't tell off the bat who he's for. Hold on.
Exchanging blows. The two, according to Brown.
Oh, nope. The guy with the green and the white across the chest, he's apparently with AB as well, because the guy that is the op, he's in the middle. So now I've seen 3 different people put hands on this guy. I'll still say allegedly, from the footage that I'm seeing here.
Brown's attorney have a years-long history. Security guards.
Did I see a fourth? That white guy or the light-skinned guy? Did I see a fourth person?
Were seen trying to break up the fight.
Okay, so this guy gets tackled by AB, and we're gonna see him throw a kick in. I don't know if there's more footage that's cut out of this where he gets in it from a fighting standpoint, or if he's just getting set on because he was breaking it up. Don't know.
Brown kicks one, and a second one tries to get him away from the crowd and then behind that white SUV. That's when he grabs.
So allegedly, this is where he grabs a joint.
His gun, according to the arrest warrant, and fires. According to Brown.
So the bad thing about that too is from a legal standpoint, they always want you to flee. If you can get to safety from a legal standpoint, that's what they want. If you have a legal firearm and they call it the danger zone, if you are outside of the danger zone and you return to the danger zone with a weapon or with physical confrontation or confrontation period, you're going to have to fight that. So let's say hypothetically, the 4 people that we spotted in the footage, let's say it was reversed. And let's say from what we see in the footage, they were actually jumping AB. If AB is able to get up off of his feet and run to his car, you know what the authorities want? They want you to turn the fucking key or push the fucking start button on your car and drive the fuck off or get to some type of safety, call the police. They don't want you to go into your car, get a joint, allegedly, and then go back. Especially if it looks like y'all were the aggressors and allegedly you throw the first punch and then your people jump this man. As per how we're interpreting this footage, people, allegedly, this guy is going to have a bad problem with this case. I ain't going to belabor it, man. We'll leave it there. Okay. Hold on. What do we got next? I think we got some actual better news that we're about to get into. More positive news. Yeah, let's go over to Boosie. Did y'all see the news for Boosie? So Boosie was facing what, like 2 years or something like that, 2-3 years. He's not gonna spend a day in jail, y'all. Shout out to Boosie. That's dope. Boosie Badass avoids jail time for gun possession. Okay, Boosie Badass started 2026, staring down a potential prison sentence, but thankfully the judge decided to offer him leniency with time served. Dope. If you recall, the rap star was looking at least a couple of years in the Bing after pleading guilty to possession of a firearm as a felon in a case out of San Diego. But his legal team pushed for an alternative solution and got their wish. So remember the backstory, people. I think this was like either him just hanging out in the hood or was it a video shoot? Either way, a cameraman caught a gun in the back of his pants here that you see here. And because he's a felon in possession of a firearm can get you in trouble. So footage, pictures or whatever, you don't want to just blame the cameraman. I mean, little reckless for the people that surround you or recording or whatever. It's like motherfuckers going live when there's a bunch of niggas right here next to you talking some street shit and somebody right here goes live. It's like, nigga, what are you doing? But you can't blame the cameraman. At the end of the day, Boosie is his own man. And why is the gun even visible? If you carry a gun illegally or legally, if you're attempting to conceal, it becomes second nature. It becomes a habit to check that you are not printing or you are not showing. If your whole mentality is to conceal, right? You grab your shirt, you fix your shirt, you look down, you whatever. And I don't want to say that Boosie is purposefully flashing, right? But that's another thing of when you're concealed carrying. You also got to pay attention to the type of clothes that you wear. So if you're walking around as a convicted felon who can get in trouble for this, especially if it's an illegal gun or if you're in a state that doesn't have reciprocity, whatever's going on with you, right? And you're wearing a t-shirt, you should be checking yourself. It shouldn't be visible. You should be wearing it on your hip. You should even be doing possible pelvis carry. There's a million reasons why we can say this was a mistake, but not to harp on the past. One thing that we got to respect about Boosie was he owned up and he was willing to face the music. He's been talking about, I'm giving this to God. This is all in God's hands. It's not like he was bitching. He didn't get dropped down to his knees and beg Donald Trump for a pardon or nothing like that. It looked like he walked into court like, man, I just need to get this over with. It's going to be what it's going to be. But if his legal team was able to work out no time inside, shout out to him. But everybody thought that he was walking into the worst, right? Which is some time that he's going to have to do. So let's not harp too much on the past. Mistakes are mistakes. We are all entitled to make mistakes. But Boosie Badass Attorney, Megan Blanco, and I think I saw pictures of her. She's like a model that's going viral. Tells TMZ Hip Hop he was sentenced to time served, 3 years of supervision and 300 hours of community service. I'm so relieved he can finally move forward, continuing making music and be an aspiration or inspirational role model for his kids and his community. Dope. This is a video. Yeah. We're not going to get too crazy into it. It's him and Freeway Rick Ross talking about, helping out the kids. And that's dope. Getting into philanthropy and community service, even if it's sanctioned by the court, still good to see these high profile figures, names, and celebrities touching the kids, putting in good energy and positive messages into the community. Shout out to Boosie, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right. That was on a positive note. What do we got next? We got one that's not so positive. Okay. Let's go to this ICE situation and this ICE shooting. I didn't cover it initially when it happened. Felt very edgy to me. I wanted to leave it alone. They got this second angle out now that I want to play for us. It's been at least bare minimum a national reaction to this woman losing her life to ICE. Some people are in the middle. Some people, I've literally seen some people say good for you, right? And I'll tell you why some people say that. And I see other people say this is disgusting. This is an abuse of lethal authority. Like, did this woman really need to lose her life? So I've seen it all. So let's touch on it with this new footage. ICE agent's own footage shows his view of fatal Minneapolis confrontation. Graphic and intense video shows new angle of the ICE shooting in Minnesota. Okay. And once again, condolences, prayers, and respect to the family. This woman doesn't look like she was in a situation where she needed to wake up this day and lose her life on this day. But let's play the footage out. Kind of like a smile that we see on this woman's face here, right? I'll go to the smaller screen. It looks like she has a smile on her face, people. ICE agent's video shows his perspective of fatal confrontation.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you.
She says, that's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Almost like slightly de-escalation type of words that sounds like. From what we're hearing, what it sounds like? No?
Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later.
Okay, so there's people recording the agents. Maybe they feel like, hey, you're in our neighborhood. You're acting in ways that we're not comfortable with. This is still America. They're recording the agents as well. So you have this other patron or civilian that's here recording the ICE agent saying, you can go ahead to the back of the truck and get the plates if you want. We're not going to change the plates. We're going to be here. This is our neighborhood, basically, right? We live here.
That's fine. U.S. citizens.
Other people, U.S. citizens saying, other people on the sidewalk just watching this stuff.
You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy.
Okay, so, this is the type of stuff, when you hear words like this, right? I'm going to try to go piece by piece, people. I think it's really easy for somebody to say, oh, you're being confrontational, you're running down on the ICE agents and whatnot. What are you talking about? You're saying go get some donuts or whatever. Okay, say that if you want. If you are walking around with legal, lethal force, like an agent, military, a police officer, a detective, that's what you also got to train for. Like, you ever see these videos sometimes, people, where motherfuckers be like protesting? You also have to be trained to manage protesters. You got protesters standing right in the cop's face, screaming, and whatnot. And the cop is just standing there like, as long as you don't touch me. I respect that trained stability. You know, I get it. Your job is to protest, and my job is to make sure that I keep the peace and I stay here and nothing goes out of line. If y'all get out of line, I get out of line. It's supposed to be a reaction thing. Okay. So I'm not trying to over justify me. I don't play with police. You know, I'm not the type of guy that's gonna be in the hood talking about fucking pigs. I don't do none of that shit. Yeah, like I get them their respect because I understand the position that you put some of these guys in. Some of them are scared. Some of them are just got to make it home tonight. Some of them are undertrained. Some of them are not properly trained. You're not going to end up with a super disciplined person in front of you every fucking time. Some of these motherfuckers just want to get their guns off. You know, you never know what type of authority you end up in front of. So I don't fuck with none of them. I don't play with none of them. I try to keep it moving. I keep it respectful. I keep it. You pulled me over, license register. Here you go. No problem. No, I ain't over for what? We pulled me over. I don't do none of that shit. I don't do none of that shit. And I don't teach minds to do none of that shit either. But at the same time, people, this is still something, the type of encounter you're supposed to be trained for. Okay. It's not supposed to be an overly aggressive situation because somebody is feeling like they want to protest your presence. All right. Isn't it all right to protest? No? Okay. Y'all with me, right? Okay. Let's continue.
Okay. Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
All right. They wanted to get out of the car. You hear them screaming or yelling that at the top. Get out of the fucking car. Okay.
Get out of the car.
All right. It looks like a little reverse. She turns her wheel. The turning of the wheel, because she's kind of perpendicular with the street, right? So some people's going to say she's turning her wheel to hit the ICE agent. Some people's going to say she's turning her wheel because she was perpendicular to the road and she's trying to get straight onto the road. You also have the fleeing aspect. You have all of that type of stuff. All right, let's see. That camera juggle almost looks like someone might have got bumped or hit. I'm not sure. And then we heard the shots. I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to play anymore. Here's from even this new footage what we got to say. I really, really hate shit like this, people. This is why I avoided it the first go around when the first footage dropped. I hate this type of shit. Rest in peace and condolences. It's fucked up, man, because it's just like, you want an authority to have the training, the skill level, the compassion, everything to be able to make the split. And I'm about to give you guys a story too. Let me take this down. The split second decision making, because your job is that critical. You can take a life like this. You know what I'm saying? You want them to have the split second decision making abilities, if that is your job, right? So from that standpoint, it feels like there could be, and I'm not there. I wasn't the guy wearing the camera, whatever. Maybe there's more that I don't know, but it feels like she doesn't present a threat. It's the truck that does. Granted, vehicles, you'll be brought up on charges like things for vehicular manslaughter and shit. You know, you run somebody over purposefully, you're doing life. Okay. Shit, look at Rodney Hinton. But anyway, allegedly. You want to look at the footage that we have so far and say, I don't think you needed to shoot this woman, man. I don't think so. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of people that look at this, certain type of people, and say, number one, what are you fleeing for? Number two, it's still a deadly weapon considered at that point, the vehicle. So you're turning into or towards, even whether you're aiming directly at them, towards agents, and you're hitting the gas pedal and they're telling you to stop and get out the car, they think their life is in danger. So it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Let me tell you a quick story about that last minute discretion. This wasn't even a cop. So it's me, My man Aaron, my man Will, aka Weston Tink, that does music. Be on my Instagram a lot too. Shout out to my brother Weston Tink. Shout out to my brother Aaron. That's the one that gave me the fucking the $6,000 jacket that I put on my Instagram the other day for Christmas. Who else was with us? Shata was with me, the co-owner of Verb Entertainment. How the fuck did I forget him? That he was there. So you got me, you got my brother Aaron, you got my brother Shata, you got my brother Will Weston Tink. You got the four of us. We had a situation at a club. When we get outside the club, things went crazy. July 4th. I'll save the details of that for another day. As I was skating, when it was all unfolding and I skated, I ran back towards the club. Right? There's a reason I didn't continue running. I'll say the story. I was running back towards the club. And this was it the Warehouse? The same club that I talked about, that the dancer that looked like Gilly used to fucking be at all the time with his dance crew. But the Warehouse was ghetto. It was a real ghetto hood ass fucking club in Atlanta. But I'm running into the parking lot of the club, and the security guard is holding down the parking lot. He's scanning because he hears the shots. And he's scanning because everybody, hundreds of people is breaking. You know what I'm saying? So he's scanning everybody running towards him and back to the club like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm running my ass off back to the club too. And this nigga dead fucking locks on me. And I'll never forget it, man. It's like a dream. My body couldn't jump on the ground. It couldn't stop, drop, and roll. It couldn't stop running, period, because of the overall situation that was going down, I was involved in. So I just couldn't stop. It was like a dream. I couldn't stop running. And it's like a slow motion thing that I remember. It's like I'm running into a gun. This nigga, it's like me and him eye to eye. He's like this. And I'm running into him straight. I swear on my children. I remember it like it's yesterday. I swear on my children. And I get to a point where I'm able to run past him, run into the club. When things simmer down or whatever, he and I have a quick conversation. And I pretty much like thank him for not pulling the fucking trigger. Like, and realizing in those split seconds, this guy's not dangerous. This guy is not a threat to me right now. You know what I'm saying? But he could have. And we're in the South. He could have let that bitch off and say, I was just doing my fucking job. You know what I'm saying? And he said it to me in a way where he was like, nah, I know. You good, you good. I was just like, yo, it could have killed me. He's just like, nah, you good. I trust me. And that's what I mean about those split second decisions. I could have been up out of here a long time ago. This was before RB. Could have been no RB. I've been gone. You know? And we want our authority figures to have that same split second decision making ability. That's the most I could say about this ICE situation for now. Let's let more happen. I think it's an extremely sensitive topic. I don't want to go much further than that right now, okay? I don't. Y'all good in the chat? Y'all in story mode and all that with me? Are we having a fun stream, catching up for what we owe the podcast? Let me raise the spirits a little bit, okay? Let me bring this up a little bit because we got one more little quick topic, and then we're going to get into the title. And then after that, I got one more little small quick one before we get out of here. But let me raise the spirits back up because y'all know how I put the streams together, man. I can't leave y'all down like that. Tracy Morgan, man. Tracy fucking Morgan. Look at this. Tracy Morgan's been balling since his wife divorced him. Now he's only been spotted with fast cars and different women. Yo, this video is so funny from hold on real quick. Hold on. Let me check this out. How old is Tracy Morgan? Let me check this in the background real quick. Is he past 55? I think he's 57. I knew it. I knew he's past 55. Tracy Morgan is 57 years old, people. All right, let's see what's happening.
Here with Tracy Morgan on the block.
Post it.
TikTok
Post it.
famous. Say, yo.
Post it up. Spin his little game. They're doing a collage video of the homie, V.
Tracy Morgan dropped a jaw-dropping 100 pounds, and he spends millions.
He's got a lot of cars, boy.
Tracy,
Yeah, courtside or the Knicks games.
Hollywood actor Tracy Morgan at Times Square.
Ooh. He's always top down in New York, too. Gets a lot of respect, too. Nobody fuck with Tracy Morgan. He earned that. Damn. Ugh. These ain't rentals, people. This is him. Man got a fleet. Man got a fleet. He got a fleet. $4 million, no security. Tracy Morgan, $4 million Ferrari.
And Tracy Morgan.
Oh, the old school. Didn't they say? I'll say allegedly, in case I'm wrong, but didn't they say Tracy Morgan's lawsuit? Was it Amazon? Was it Walmart? Hold on, who was it? Which company did Tracy Morgan win a lawsuit against, and how much was it for? It's huge money. Was it like Walmart or something? Yeah, it was Walmart. Okay. 2014 Walmart, 90 million. And that was a settlement estimated around 90 million. Oh, huge. I believe I read something that said Tracy Morgan is also the reason why they changed like their scheduling for their drivers or something like that. I'll say allegedly. I want to be careful, but I remember reading something that was like the driver that hit Tracy Morgan was on like a schedule where he didn't have enough sleep or something like that. And it's the way that they scheduled their drivers, which is like just not good to do. And Walmart, that obviously was found liable from that. It's not like some one-off driver that just was messing up. No, he was able to blame the company for the way they schedule the drivers and all that. You ever be at the airport, people, and your plane is delayed because there's not additional fucking pilots, and they announce like, or they tell the people at the desk, the pilot needs to sleep. I swear to God, anytime I've traveled and I've encountered that, I never complained. I'll be like, yo, I don't want no fucking pilot like this when we up there. If you telling me, yo, we need another two-hour delay or whatever because the pilot is fucked up and he needs to rest real quick, I ain't gonna complain, B. We all the way up there. Fuck that. Go take a quick power nap, man. I'll catch you in a minute. I'll take one right here too, B. It's all good. Yo, we ain't lying, right? But 57-year-old Tracy Morgan know with all these ladies, these young women, and all these fucking crazy cars and whatnot. He earned it, man. He almost lost his life, people. You know, all jokes and bullshit aside. And he's one of our GOATs anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad the man is enjoying his life. Shout out to him. Hold on, y'all. Actually, I'm missing something. I wanted to do a quick Joe Button topic. Where is that? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. I had a Joe Button topic that I wanted to do. Oh, fuck. What the fuck is that shit? If I could find it within the next 60 seconds, we'll knock it out real quick. And then we'll jump into the title. Oh, man. What the fuck is it? All right, give me a second, people. I really want to find this joint. I really, really want to find this joint. Nope, that ain't it. Nope, that ain't it. I'm gonna find it. Watch. Hold on. No, that ain't it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find this bitch. Watch. I'm gonna find this bitch. Where the fuck are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on. Damn, maybe I won't find it. Oh wait, let me try this real quick. Give me a minute, people. I really want to find this shit. All right, hold on. I think we're getting closer. I think we're getting closer. I'm checking my history. Where are you? I'll check one more thing, and if I don't find it, then I'll just move it to a stream tomorrow. Damn, I want to do this Joe Button piece with y'all real quick. I'll find it for tomorrow. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Speaking of come home, so Boosie avoids jail. This is something I've seen in the background too. Boosie avoids jail. I think Young Buck avoided jail as well. He's got some long, like probationary term type of plea agreement thing too. Young Buck, Fetty Wap is home, and Umi with the Hellcat has just been released as well. People, I almost forgot to mention that. So we'll see if he gets back into content, and who knows what he's going to do. All right, let's get into the title. Aye Verb. What's the title say? Wait, Aye Verb say what? All right, what's going on? We did a reaction to the Aye Verb and J Mills, or the J Mills disc going at Verb track the other day. What is it? On Go Time? I thought it was very good. I thought it was up there. Production was mean. Good video. Good rapping. Hey, did his thing, right? Gave the man some props, J Mills. But Verb has been talking in circles ever since. It's talking in circles ever since. So this is the first one that we'll bring up, right? Aye Verb says because he made bloggers money or jumped on their platform, they shouldn't say one nice thing about J Mills. And because Mills doesn't acknowledge us, we should be riding with him instead. Okay, so let's turn the culture against J Mills. Let's call him an outsider, kind of like what Verb did to Murder Mook. You're not one of us, right? In the first round and when they battle like that, right? Okay, cool. I get it. I get the attempt, but let's play the audio.
So that don't go in y'all minds. Y'all can all stand against me. All of you. You will not beat him. You never could beat him. Hey, 3, J Mills don't even acknowledge you, man. J Mills don't even tweet y'all, thank y'all for holding me down, and you holding signs for them. I done put money in all y'all pockets. Every one of you. Every one of you, 16 years, and y'all betray God.
God.
Stupid, foolish humans.
Didn't J Mills have a boss say, "Who died and made you God?" Right? And he says, "Y'all gonna come here and disrespect God." Oh, he got you there.
He don't even say thank you to you, 3. He don't do your interviews. He don't tweet you. He don't even say thank you to you. But you continue to cheer for him, hoping that he do something he can't do. It's 10 of y'all as bloggers. Mickey, 3, Debo. AR, Black, Caps, that's 6. Who else is it? Man, it's so many of y'all. I can't even think of y'all, man. It's just too many of y'all. It's so many of y'all, and y'all all operate on this fake view system and buying shit and all that type of shit. I'm gonna take him. Nothing you can do, man. There's nothing you can do. Y'all huddling up against me only makes it worse. Cause then the people gonna say, so you ain't gonna say nothing about that? Ain't none of y'all been able to stop me, but you will continuously try. A3, he don't even thank you. That don't even say thank you. He don't even tweet you niggas back in public. And y'all holding up a sign for him. That's fucking insane. And I done put money in all you pockets. Every last one of you. Jay Mills didn't start making y'all $1 until about 40 days ago. The disrespect, I will not forgive. I'm not forgiving shit, though. Not at all. No, ma'am. Steady, stop trying to play and stop. Listen, here's what y'all don't think. The man shot with a 7 is a...
All right, so that's the first one. We're gonna play another one, but let me at least answer to that one first. You mentioned a bunch of bloggers. My first question is, what would make Verb so important to the bloggers that they need to all huddle together to get him out of here when Jay Mills drops a diss song? Because you do know that a blogger can't steer which outcome is better, because the bloggers are outweighed by the thousands, if not millions of fans that can tune in, right? Especially if there's kicked up enough dust, like let's say the Jay Mills, the Goods, and the DNA back and forth, right? Everybody stopped and played that, and there will be a consensus even outside of the bloggers. The bloggers will be tuning in and reacting and having their fans' opinions go out and everything, but you have the ability to overshadow, because you're the god, the bloggers, right? By dropping a better diss track. So I don't know what makes him so full of himself in the moment that he's got to call us out and say, we're huddling up to push up Jay Mills, right? Now let's move to this whole thing of the theme of him trying to create, which is typical Verb manipulation. Shout out to Verb. He's one of the best manipulators ever. I don't think he's good at it, but he gets away with it, obviously, with a bunch of fucking idiots. You know, room full of idiots. He sounds like a genius. But this whole like the world is against me thing, it's a very, very common attempt to make yourself the underdog. When I see somebody that claims to be a god, again, I got you. Try to create a tone of I am the underdog, right? That's when you know somebody is full of shit. You're not the underdog, buddy. As a battle rapper, everybody got Verb over Jay Mills. Everybody. You have one of the best resumes in battle rap history. You have one of the best battles in battle rap history. You have some of the best performances in battle rap history. Nobody is looking at Jay Mills battles. I know he was away for a long time and trying to measure them against Verb. On beat, different beast, but Verb is also stellar on beat. Everybody knows that. That's why everybody wants to see the battle. If we thought Verb was trash on beat, then we wouldn't care about this shit as much. We be clear. There's a lot of people that want the controversy, but the root of it is people just want some fucking entertainment. All right? So I don't want to hear the God playing this the world is against me underdog shit. You are Aye Verb. That's number 2. Number 3. This whole thing about I didn't put people money in everybody's pockets and all that. Piper Boy, man, why you post that shit? Because he took that and now he's running with that. You gave him a manipulative bullshit angle to use, because fucking Piper Boy posted some shit like, I ain't gonna lie, I made like $40,000 alone off of Verb, right? Didn't Piper Boy post that shit? Piper Boy, why you post that shit? You know he's gonna take it and run. It's like Hitman posting 450. You know Verb gonna run with it. Am I lying? Gotcha again. But here's the reality, though. If we got to start talking about money, Verb, let me create this box in this corner for you once again, buddy. God forbid you don't make at least triple off of yourself, your own name and your own brand than what a blogger can make, right? So if Piper Boy can make 40 off you, 4, 8, 12, you should make a cool 120 a year easily outside of battling. Just content. Just, I guess, YouTube or monetizing Instagram or monetizing Twitter or Spotify or whatever platforms, Patreon, I don't care, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I hope he is. I mean, shit, this title right here is content right now. If I make $50 off of this video, Verb, you should be making $150 off of the exact same topic, right? So all this putting money in the blogger's hands, I can relate because the content creation at the top is what allows the engagement from the fans, from the people that don't create the content that gets reacted to, reviewed, broken down, talked about, etc. I've been on both sides of the coin, from the content creation where I go into my own pocket and I pay for it and then everybody eats. And I've been on the side like right now where it's just like, I didn't pay Verb to rap. I didn't pay J Mills to rap, but I'm here talking about it. And I'm providing also entertainment and takes to my following. So everybody is in this evolving circle that can put their hands in the plate at any juncture. Fan to be entertained, podcaster, blogger, rapper, maybe even a league that picks it up. Every stop on this train, somebody could put their fucking hand in the pot. And if you are the god, the Aye Verb, I don't give a fuck what Piper Boy made or ARP made or this blogger or that blogger. You should be making triple because you're Aye Verb and you're the center of this. No? I mean, simply rapping is something that you should be prioritizing, monetizing as well. The rapping is the most money from YouTube that J Mills made from his channel last year, it appears. No, all them views and all the subscribers that came off of the rap, the music. Then he was able to do blogs that had increased eyes and then promote his potent brand and maybe got some sales going on behind the scenes for all that, all off of the rapping. J Mills monetized the fuck out of his rapping and the back and forth. And then we underneath got the crumbs of it. Even if it's 1,000 here, 1,000 there, we got the crumbs of it. J Mills DNA and goods should have made the most. And then we get the residuals. That's how that's supposed to go if you're doing it the right way. I didn't make more money than J Mills when he was rapping with goods or DNA or goods or DNA. And I covered every fucking song. You want a grander example? Go to Jay Black's fucking reaction channel. He reacted to Euphoria when Kendrick Lamar and when Drake were going back and forth. His Euphoria reaction video has 1.1 million views. Jay Black. East Coast blogger, by the way, since you think that all the East Coast bloggers are grouping up. Damn, Verb, this is too easy. It's too easy. That's why he was never able to fuck with me. But I'm keeping it this fun. This is fun, man. Don't take that the wrong way, man. Don't be offended. It's fun. We're having fun. That's an East Coast blogger, though. That's a big example. 1.1 million views he did off of the residual factor from the actual content creators. Okay? Drake and Kendrick. They cleaned up. Drake was in the midst of that, hoping to allegedly leverage that for his negotiations. Why else would you invoke in that at that time when you're in the middle of this UMG contract negotiation? Kendrick went and broke fucking records with SZA after this battle. Got Super Bowl and Emmys and all this type of shit, right? I'm not supposed to make as much as the content creator if you're doing it right. Now, I don't know if you're going about this in the right formula where you don't have to worry about how much Piper Boy is making or anybody else is making off of your name. I don't know if you have to worry about that. If you get your ass out of fucking spaces and monetize this whole situation. Just some advice. Let's go to video number 2. I promised y'all a title, right? Hope I'm delivering. Let's go to video number 2. What is this one here? Shout out to 3 Letter Man posted this. According to Aye Verb, East Coast bloggers are protecting Jay Mills. Laughing my ass off. All right, let's see.
Only people think it's crazy is the bloggers that you're cool with, right? The bloggers you're cool with, East Coast. That's it. What is the percentage of bloggers? Where are they from? The East Coast. Let's think about this, right? The East Coast has the most bloggers. That's why if you from the middle and you will play like that, you must die too. The East Coast got the bloggers. So they got to protect Jay Mills. Let's think of who's the East Coast bloggers. Who you got? You got Angry Fan, you got 3 Letterman, you got ARP, you got Jay Black, you got who else is it? Like there, it is a storm of East Coast bloggers. They have to defend the East because last time this happened, I dominated your culture. I'm gonna dominate again right here, and there is nothing you can do about it. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody in the set, right quick. Well, I'm gonna say that in a second. You is standing for somebody I'm gonna get up with regardless. You won't be able to. That Mickey, look at the loudest blogger standing against Verb. Mickey, 3 Letterman, Debo, ARP. Jay Black, Angry for anybody who writes this type of stuff, right? Where's Piperboy from? He from where? Because I ain't see his though. Where he from? You know where Piperboy from, Holly? You know TD?
No, I don't know.
No, I don't know where he from.
Okay, all right, cool. Majority of the bloggers are from the East Coast. The Midwest does not have bloggers like that, right? I'm the loudest voice in the Midwest. That's why I don't need their help and I don't need their machineries. It's also a trigger because I don't have to kneel. I don't have to ask you. I don't have to pull up to say nothing. I can just say it myself. Where's the Midwest bloggers? We don't have any.
If I would have took a swig just now, I would have spit out on camera. Hold on. Let me start laughing so I can get a sip of water. Hold on. Oh. I gotta be careful because we're live. All right. Before I talk about his point in this video now, this second one of 3 things is happening here. Number 1, Aye Verb is talking in circles and talking all of this 100%, 1,000,000% nonsense in spaces as misdirection while he's actually cooking up. Okay? That's option number 3. Okay? Or let's say scenario C. Let's go John Adonish. Scenario C. Scenario B is Verb is just an all-out manipulative bastard. This is scenario B. And he's talking to a bunch of people that he believes he can manipulate with this bullshit, this stupid shit. Oh, shout out to Holly on Demand in there too. Long time no hear, love. How you been? I really pray that the people that be in them spaces are there for pure entertainment, because that's the only reason to be there. Like, I'll pray that people don't leave those spaces really believe in this shit, right? But anyway, scenario B, once again, is he's just using this manipulation, and he's talking to people that actually are dumb enough to buy into that. You know, like pure idiots, like super duper idiots. You sell them sand at the beach, water at the beach, air on earth, all types of shit. Fucking idiots he's talking to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Verb is not that good with his manipulation. He's good with like junior level thinkers. You know, I learned that he wasn't that good with that shit when the motherfucker gave me that Drake shit, and I was just like, damn, he actually premeditated that. That's the best he came up with. I'm not dissing. I'm not trying to get back into no back and forth with dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm just having fun with this topic. You said my name, man. All I did was try to recap the soul bed. I was really here for the music. You alley-ooped me a fun topic. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be fun, buddy. Please don't diss me. Let's not diss each other. But you're full of shit. I hope you're not offended that I'm saying you're full of shit. Scenario A is Verb is so far gone with his thought patterns. He's like in that Dame Dash realm. I hope this isn't the case. That when I say that Dame Dash realm, as a matter of fact, we just dropped the Dame Dash upload on the channel today. Check that out, people. He's in the Dame Dash realm where he would actually believe the stuff that he's saying. So maybe the idiots believe it because they can hear sincerity in him. Now, I know that Verb can be compulsive sometimes with his lying ability, so I would never believe that. But not everybody has worked with this man or been around this guy or, you know, over the years like me. So they may be in there and just, I don't know how they interpret, you know? But if Verb actually believes the shit that he's saying, it would be a little bit of this. Like that's why I went and put the hat on for him. Like, fuck it. East Coast. Like, we riding on you. Like, really? Dude. All right. So hopefully it's not all of the above, right? I really hope that it's not Dame Dash-ish. I want to hope that it's just like a low-level attempt of manipulation as you're either trying to spin out of the battle or buy time, or option C, pure misdirection, which would be tactical and which would be the best one, right? Like, hopefully for you, it's C, right? But anyway, this whole thing about people grouping up on him, where's the Midwest bloggers, and do people even pay attention to where bloggers are from? You know, because it's like I could see a battle rapper say the same thing on stage. Like, I was battling T-Rex in New York. Okay, I get it. But we don't have anything to compare to. This would be better off like if you drop some heat and we seen everybody say Verb shit is crazy, but the East Coast bloggers said, no, J Mills got it. You don't even we don't even have something to compare to, and you're saying that we're grouping up. That's also why it's bullshit. Because we all flock to battles, man. We flock to the fights. J Mills punched you in the face. We all watch fights. You know what I'm saying, metaphorically speaking, right? Because you and I both box, right? Metaphorically speaking, he punched you in the face. So all the fans and the bloggers ran ringside to watch. And now we're waiting on the fucking bell to go off again. But until it does, it's a 10-8 round that we just watched. That's it. Nobody's grouping up or calling each other or saying, yo, East Coast, we're going to ride. I haven't spoke to J Mills in years. What are you talking about? Come on, man. Like, one thing that J Mills is doing, he's putting out undeniable tracks. And that's what it boils down to. He's putting out undeniable tracks where it's just like, you damn near gotta be a hater to not say that he's been doing his thing. And quote me on this, Verb or Verb's fans, I promise you, if Verb drops heat you will hear me react as such. For example, like with Easy, okay? I'm not really a fan of the man Easy has become in recent time, right? But I would never disrespect the man's craft. You know, I can literally say that here publicly. I'm just being so real with y'all. Like, I'm not a fan of him as a person anymore. Easy. That's okay, right? That's not disrespectful. He's not a fan of me anymore either. And he has the right to that. We told that to each other. But I'm going to watch his battles because he's a great battle rapper. That's how you keep it real. I get it. You don't expect people to have that ability, right? And if you think that not all bloggers have that ability, don't group me with them niggas. Because you got historically about how I talk about URL as a battle rap league or certain battlers that I don't necessarily rock with. Jag is incredible. I don't fuck with Jag. Jag is incredible on beat. I did a stream telling y'all up until I saw Jay Mills give RBE the flowers that he did and give me that respect and say things like, yo, shout out to Smack. I love Smack. Shout out to ARP. I love ARP in that What Killed Battle Rap episode 1 that and I saw the respect man to man and legacy to legacy and everything there. I said it. I was honest on stream. I said, until I saw that, I ain't fuck with him because of our last interaction, which was years ago. But that's the last thing we had. So I said, I don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said it. I was keeping it real. I said, shit, I'm on the phone with Goods. Like, yo, you want to get him? But then I still got to come on camera and turn the fucking lights off and say, ooh, that shit is crazy. That's what being a real nigga is. Don't put me with no grouping of somebody that can't be honest about the next man's work or next man's legacy, because I preach that to death. I be thinking these niggas is clowns trying to talk down on the next man legacy. Look at Chrome 23. I just dropped the Rem blog. Y'all go check that out. That dropped at like 6 o'clock today. An upload. Wasn't alive, y'all. Chrome 23, if they never do another event, man, respect what they did, man. And I know some people might be looking like how I talk in Easy's direction. I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit with Easy. I look at the league and what the league did. Fire. Even if they never do another event, their legacy is sealed. Much love and respect to Chrome 23 and what they did for battle rap. It's an amazing movement for however long they did it. That's what keeping it real is. You know what I'm saying? I know some of your favorites can't do that for RBE. And that's why I'm a rare breed and I'm not them. And Verb, I carry that no matter who the fuck it is. Even people that I share in disagreements with other people, they know that about me. They know that about me. Ain't no, damn, I'm cutting on a video and here's ARP shouting out somebody that me and him don't fuck with. They know I'm going to keep it real about the work, though. Like, what are we talking about? What is we talking about? Maybe it's scenario A and B, buddy. Like, that was incredibly entertaining and humorous for me to play this shit. A Verb trying to spin that bullshit in spaces. But he just rap. Hey, Verb, you want another reminder? I've said this publicly multiple times. You have one of my top 3 best battles ever. My personal top 3. Want me to say them again, people? I said them before. No order. Hitman versus Verb. B. Dot versus Danny Myers. Daylight versus Oops. My top 3 personal favorite rap battles of all time. I'm never going to take no work from that nigga, man. If it's hot, it's hot. If it's good, it's good. But you got to drop the shit. And if you don't, and all you want to do is talk, then you continue to carve out that presentation of yourself, which is you're good for talking more than anything in these last couple of years. And that's fine, especially it's a content world, podcast, blog, do spaces, monetize it. I ain't hating on the next man bag. Do your fucking thing, man. There's always going to be somebody to listen to somebody. There's somebody out there for everybody, right? You're going to have people that's going to want to listen to your fucking nonsense the same way they want to listen to my bullshit, right? But Jesus Christ, I promise you, man, we just want to hear the fucking music. And if it's fire, it's fire. And then you get to turn us into haters. There you go. That should be your, if you really believe the bullshit that you're saying, then turn us into haters. Drop heat. Watch us all who you believe are grouping up as New Yorkers to back Jay Mills, right? Somebody that does nothing for us, that like you claim, right? And then watch us say, oh, no, 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 no. And then everybody gets to look at us and say, oh, you ARP and Jay Black and Angry Fan and all you East Coast bloggers, y'all niggas is haters. Turn us into haters. Y'all are haters. Drop heat. And that's what will happen if we react the way that we reacted when Jay Mills dropped. Okay. I don't know what else to tell you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Just rap. I think you're scared. I think you're scared of the Jay Mills back and forth. I don't think you can keep up with him. I think your strength is talking in spaces, and you want to stick to your strength. I think with this beat back and forth, which is why Jay Mills said, I'm even willing to lose the coin toss. Fuck it, I'll go first. He don't fear you. You know the thing about when you lose all fear in somebody, sometimes that brings you to a situation where you got to make an example out of somebody. I've been there a million times, man, because of the way I talk and because of my voice and how I carry myself at times. Every once in a while, every couple years, somebody interprets that as a weakness or for a suck. And you got to put blood in somebody's fucking mouth for it, metaphorically speaking. That's where at, Verb. That's where you're at. It's too much people believing that you're all talk. Shut everybody up. Drop the track if you can. And then after you drop the track, stay on your A game, because keeping up with Jay Mills could be hellacious. But you are a god by your own admission. So you're cut for it, right? Okay. All right, we're done with her. Last but not least, this was dope to see for me, but we're going to go over why people could even think this is controversial. Look at this caption. It says, this is one reason why every child deserves their father in their lives. All right, let's take a look.
Why are you being like this? Sit down and watch this boxing match.
One more again.
Why are you being like this?
Look at that little baby, man. You ever see kids do that when they don't have an answer? Fidgety.
Sit down and watch this boxing match.
Okay, I mean, I'm a whole father, so I could laugh. All right, let's look at some of these comments, people. That baby's so cute. He didn't even do anything, sarcastically, because I see the emojis. The father said on his Instagram that he was scattering the house and not listening to anyone until he stepped in. My pops used to say that same shit. Sit down and watch this boxing match. Mine too. Why the child looks 47? Y'all stupid. Bro probably had his chest out. He's masculine. Most single moms will say it's abuse. I want to see those people. To us men, it's guidance, discipline, and leadership. Children study you more than anything, and they use your weaknesses against you. Absolutely do. I always say kids are like water. They're going to find a crack eventually. Where's one of the ones against it? In fact, the male voices carry authority for exactly this reason. All right, here's the one. He is too young to be strict with. Being a dad is not about showing authority. Children of that age barely understand their actions. I'm not a tough dad, and my children came out good. This is toxic fatherhood. Little boy looks scared and petrified. Well, the person that wrote this, he's writing it as if he's a father and he went a different route and he turned out. And good for you. Great for you, buddy. It does bother me a little bit for people to see this type of footage and not understand it. I want to assume the people that don't understand it, ladies, don't get mad. Women, you know, some of the people that don't understand it, people that aren't fathers, people that are not those type of leaders. I don't want to use the word aggressive, but real disciplinarians, okay, that believe in that. As an 80s baby, I got my ass whooped like the rest of y'all 80s babies that's in the chat, right? But it wasn't just that. My father wasn't even in the house. And I still respected his voice. I still feared his voice. I had to teach that to the mother of my children. There's different, damn near definitions of fear, right? And some women, some mothers don't understand it. They think that a child fearing one of their parents or their father is like the type of fear that you would have like of the boogeyman or some shit, or of like a scary movie. It's not that type of fear. It's a fear of discipline. It's a fear of authority. It's a fear of, if that person is being a good parent, I need to follow that guidance and that rule and that law. Just like there's laws of the land nationally in America's society, there's laws of the household. And building those laws build character, they build understanding, they build discipline, and they literally save you and guide you in the later years of life. I'll tell you a story about my son today. I swear on everything. I don't make no shit up, especially about my fucking kids. Today, let me start it from last night. Last night, we found out that one of my son's friends says racial things to one of the other black kids in a circle. Says things like, can't see you in the dark, ha ha ha. Something about allergic and bananas or some shit like that. I made my son admit it to me. No, by the way, the only reason my son admitted to me is that fear factor of me saying, well, what's the type of shit that he says? And he's just like, same thing as that little kid. You're taking too long. Give me examples of these racial things that your friend says. And he tells me because of the discipline I instilled in him. But anyway, so he tells me these things. That's how I know it. I was, all right, cool. Get on the phone with his father today, 8 o'clock this morning, because I text him the father and the mother, because I'm real cool with both of them. Right. They're great people. And I don't see anything racist, not a racist bone in either one of the parents. I love their parents. I really do. They're mad cool. They be want to hang out and all that. Like they're wild cool. So I text both of them. Found out some stuff about the kids. I'd like to either come over your place. You're welcome to come over mine, or let's hop on the phone. I sent it to both of them. The father, rightfully so, is the one that responds to the man, me. Right. He says, I'm going to call you by, I sent this text message like 7 something. Call you about 8 a.m. I said, no problem. He calls me on the dot 8 a.m. So I'm on the phone. I tell him, blah, blah, blah. So I found out there was something that also popped up last year I didn't bring to you. I handled it through my son, yada, 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 yada. Today, my son gets home from school and I sit him down and I say, I spoke to your friend's father today. Did you speak to your boy about the conversation that we had? And he said, yeah. I said, what'd you tell him? He said, well, I said to him, you can't say those things. It's not right, or you shouldn't say those things. And I think, yeah, it was a word like shouldn't. It caught me as a real teachable moment. I said, all right, do you know the difference between negotiable and non-negotiable? And he starts to give me an answer of, if it's non-negotiable, it has a set price, right? And if it's negotiable, then maybe like you could say, can I give you $10 instead of 15? And I was like, negotiable and non-negotiable doesn't only just apply to money. Okay. It could apply to situations. That's why I started to teach him today when he got home from school. So I said, sit your ass down. I was in there shaving. See my little fresh. I was in a little mirror trying to shave. So stop, cut my clippers off, side his ass down. I'm gonna teach you what non-negotiable and negotiable is. I say, if I tell you, stop everything you're doing right now and brush your teeth, is that negotiable? He said, nah. I said, that's right, because you got to do it. Because I said, stop what you're doing and go do that. If it's Saturday night and it's 9 p.m. and I say, all right, no more TV, time to go to sleep. And you want to stay up to maybe like 10 o'clock watching TV the way you've done for the last couple of weekends, and especially during the summertime, is that because it's something negotiable and non-negotiable? He says, oh, that's because it's negotiable. I said, there you go. I said, when something is serious, it's not negotiable. There's no negotiation at play. Now, a racial slur that can get you in a lot of trouble, can get you hurt, could lose your friends, could break relationships, break all types of things, break families. Do you think that that is supposed to be negotiable? And then his wheels turn. He's like, nah, it's not supposed to be negotiable. I said, so the next conversation you have with your boy, especially if you hear him say it again, it's not a, hey, man, you know, we would like you to stop. It's an ultimatum. It's, you don't say those things to our other boy. You don't ever say this type of shit around me or to us or any of that, or else we can't rock anymore. And I said, I carry the same shit. You know, it's like, I like, you see my friends when they come over the house, right? People know they don't curse around y'all. They don't act crazy around y'all. They treat the house with respect. They take their sneakers off. They talk to me with respect. And when you see us go over their house, we act the same way, right? You build that type of respect as a man. It's not just about you and your boy right now. When something is non-negotiable, people read that on you and they act accordingly, hopefully, which makes you not have to react more if somebody isn't compliant with your law or your rules, things that are non-negotiable. Okay. So, that's literally my story from yesterday and today. You know what I mean? This afternoon. What that father represented on that video right there is a beautiful thing, because establishing authority is something that we see all the time in these fucking supermarkets that some of these kids don't have. It irks my fucking bones when I see these kids out in public, and it's the style of how they grow up. They can tell the parents no. That shit is crazy to me. I be seeing the parents have to beg the kids to do shit. Like it's negotiable. Let's stay there. Please, can we leave now, little Timmy? It's like, what? What? Now, fast forward. If that person couldn't establish authority with the people he should have the utmost, most respect for, the people that brought him into this world, and you don't instill that in him, when he gets in front of that cop, that's the person, yeah, go fuck yourself. I pay your salary through taxes. And he really believes that. And he really acts like, he really feels like he has ownership and everything. He grew up like that. Those are the kids in these videos. We just went through Christmas. We see this all over Instagram. The kids that open up the gifts, it's not what they want, and they throw the PS2 across the wall, and they break the TV, and they smash up the house or whatever. My kids would never. It's not instilled in them from me, how I carry it. It's not, they just would never do that. It's impossible. It's impossible for my kid to say, you got me the 30-inch TV instead of the 40-inch TV. Fuck this. Little Timmy somewhere out in the world is doing that on Christmas Day. My kids don't know how to respond to shit like that. They would look at little Timmy like, what the fuck is that? So that father, and you want to know what? Watch this. Ladies, mothers in the chat, respect to y'all, because some of y'all can carry that too. My mother carried a portion of that. My mother was a good disciplinarian up until a certain point. I got to a certain age and size, and she couldn't do shit with me no more. It was a wrap. Verb acting her own negotiable mills. Good ball. There you go. But nah, it's real. It's real talk. It's real talk. Like, I didn't see women like my mother be able to put a certain type of force and discipline into me, where it's just like, there's a fear factor. Not the fear factor I had of my father. You know what I'm saying? But once again, it's a different type of fear. It's the fear like, I can't bring this fucking failing grade home. You know, I can't talk back. I can't say no. I can't not do what I'm told. I can't not turn the TV off when they said, don't turn the TV off. I can't continue to just say this racial slurs. Like, it's a discipline, you know? So shout out to all the parents, mothers and fathers that go that route. And if your kid can turn out with a level of respect, discipline, and understanding of how this world really turns outside of the house when he's away from y'all and he's on his own without you instilling that, then shout out to you. But I'm not military. in the crib. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe there's a certain required. All right. That was for all the parents in the building. All right. Shout out to y'all. So we did this one earlier. Once again, shout out to Kevin. Chris Petty, once again, when I had the AMG hat on, I had to change that for Verb since he said we on some East Coast shit. Shout out to Ghetto Ghost. Don't let this disturb you. The fact that Aye Verb has 17 acres of land where he lives with his partner land. I mean, that was a funny one when I had I put out like a challenge. Anderson Burris made the best video, the 17 acres or 14 acres of land video on Verb. Verb went on that fucking M3S3 shit and said, blow dick, fuck all y'all. I'm the only rap out here with 17 acres of land. We all said. Let me give him the Tony Yayo meme. Like, it's Verb though, you know, you get used to it. Jason Carter says scenario D, he going through menopause. Yo, I try to do only an A, B, and C. Shout out to Jason. Jason is also here, says Verb is the Trump of battle rap. No matter what the outcome, he can always just make up whatever he want and his fan base will go with it. That's it. That is a mean comparison. That's also one of the funniest memes of 2026. The Vlad 6ix9ine shit that they put Trump's face and body over. Stole that shit. Stole that shit, nigga. Fucking means Maj took that shit, nigga. So far, that's the meme of 2026, man. And I'm trying to avoid politics right now. But that was crazy. And Jason also said, Verb acting real negotiable with Mills. Shout out to Jason with all the supers and the chats added, man. Appreciate you. All right. We're hour 40 in. Did y'all enjoy today's stream? We owed ourselves a good one. We owed ourselves a good hour plus stream today. You know, like I said, we missed a couple of those full-length topic-laden joints, miscellaneous freestyle topics, and all that type of shit that we do up here. You know, it's been a second, so we had to get that off. But keep in tune with all the uploads. You got the Remy Ma and Chrome 23 upload that I put up at 6 o'clock. Earlier than that today, I put up the Dame Dash video. Check that out. And this morning, I put up the Kodak Black and Lil Boosie beef. I put that up again. Or we revisited that, being that all kicked up again, and we went through the history of that. So check out those 3 uploads from today. Yeah, stay on that, people. Realize that you're going to get much more uploads in 2026. We're not just going to cover every topic within our lives. It's going to be a lot of uploads that are outside of our lives, okay? And YouTube, I hope y'all got y'all shit together, because when I cut this fucking stream off, if y'all got to process this for another 12 hours, I'm not going live for another week. Get y'all shit together. Happy Friday, y'all. In one form or another, whether live or upload, we will see y'all tomorrow. Sorry, it's true. We'll be back.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry Street Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
Without my thing, still got a gun.